Hello everybody, this is Marion with MyCraftBasketStudio, and today I'm going to go over tutorial number 10, which is Easy Portfolio and Matching Junk Journal. So please visit mycraftbasket.com, click on the MyCraftBasketStudio tab, and go to the top there of the videos that I have. You'll see number 10. It'll have this PDF that you can download for free. It'll have sample pictures in another PDF, and then also a link to this video. And I highly recommend printing this off first so that when you watch the video, if you get an idea, if there's something that I tell you that, oh, I didn't know about that, flip over your paper and make notes so that when you go to make the portfolio, you've got your ideas that you thought of while watching the video, and you can have fun making your own. So this can be done with any square piece of paper, as long as you can score it in thirds, or you can eyeball it and score it or fold it in thirds. I've done some measurements for you to make it a little bit easier. Down here at the bottom, if you have a 12 by 12, 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, which you can get from an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper, so you can cut it to 8 1/4 by an 8 1/4. And if you got those 6 by 6 pieces of paper, it does not need to be double-sided. It can be single-sided. For all of those papers that you got, all of those decorative cardstock pieces that are white on the back, this is perfect for them. And so on here, I did a cutout diagram. There are two different ways that you can cut this, and I'm going to walk through both of them. So what I have is a fun piece of paper by Photoplay. This is a 12 by 12, and as you can see, this is directional. And so when you get a piece of paper, look at it and decide if the direction is going to make a difference. If it is going to make a difference, and you go like, well, I don't want this bottom section to be upside down when you fold it up, that is okay. I'm going to show you the workaround on that. So the first thing that you want to do is look at your paper and decide where your cover is going to be. So on here, I've noted what portion or section of this 12 by 12 will be your front cover. So if you cut it out this way and score it and cut this part out for your junk journal, then this is going to be your front. And so it would be this section right here that would be the front. Then if you choose, say it's the middle section of the paper that has the best design that you want, then use this printout or this diagram to score it this way and cut the section of the book that can be used for a book. Cut that out that way. On this particular one, I want to show you what I did. I already did cut this paper, and this paper actually is almost designed in thirds. You can see there's the fold there. There's the pot, the witch's cauldron. Then when you show it, when you see the score here, it's actually right next to that score line, and then there is that witch's cauldron. So this is actually divided in thirds already. How great is that? But it is directional. So for this one, it really didn't matter whether I cut it this way with the piece on this side or the piece on this side. It really didn't matter because it's already in thirds. So in this instance, I used this side. So I left it there. And so what I did was, before I scored it in the middle, all of these will be scored in the middle, but wait until you decide whether or not you're even going to do that. Because for instance, on this one, I didn't want this to be upside down. So I just went ahead and cut it all the way across. I'm going to show you a quick little trick here. I actually had it temporarily taped so I could show you that I cut it apart. And it does not matter if you cut it or not, because this is going to be a pocket. As I said on my directions, it does not matter. This piece will become a pocket, so it doesn't need to stay attached. So that's why I wanted to note that for you. So now, once we've got that, and when you do the scoring, you're going to do it on the good side, okay? So That way it also makes it easier for you to decide what's going to be the front of your book. Sometimes I've seen videos where they score it on the back, and then when you go and flip it over, you go like, oh, I didn't want that as the front. I wanted something else. This way you know exactly what your front is going to be. Now you're going to fold it over. I've already scored it. This side here is going to be your inside pocket. I've already done the little thumb notch. Yes, this is double-sided, but I'll show you what I've done on a sample that I have that is single-sided. You'll see. This is the other section. So this is where this part that I cut off is going to be the pocket. And what I have also done, again, I've already cut this, took this part off to make the pocket like this. Now, when you do this and you got it all ready to do, before you glue it down, make sure that it doesn't bind right here. If it binds a little bit, just cut a little bit off of this page, okay? And so now let me get my glue real quick. And I'm just going to glue this quickly so you can see how it glues. For this pocket here, we're going to put some glue here. See how quick I can do this for you. I hate watching people glue, so I'm going to try to do it quickly. And even if it isn't a lot of glue, the point is you can see where I put it. So that's going to glue that pocket down. And then this one, we're just going to run glue here on the bottom of here. Like that. And like this. Just a little bit, enough to get it to stay down so that you can see where I'm putting it. And there is that other pocket, just like that. So now we've got a pocket here. So then, when I fold this or close it, there is my front. Isn't that just really cute? So simple, so easy. This can be done, as I said, with just about any square piece of paper, as long as you can divide it evenly in thirds, okay? Now, the piece that was the piece that I cut off, I decided on this one I'm not going to do a book. I'm going to use this as tags. So the piece that I cut off that was the 6x6, or excuse me, it would have been 8x6. I cut that off. Actually, it's a little smaller than that because this piece of paper, I had used some of it for something else, but there was enough there for me to be able to do this book. So I used that, and that's why. So this is a little bit smaller. Excuse me, a little bit smaller than the 8x6. So for this, I'm going to use some tags and put them in the pockets there. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So that's how that book goes together. So now I'm going to show you my samples that I have made. This first one is fall paper. It's with recollections. It's called Cottage Flowers, but it is a very nice fall pattern. So this is making it using a 12 by 12. So that's what it ends up being, just like my other one. That's the same size. And so I've got the front. In here, I've got a card, a journaling card for that pocket. Here is the junk journal. Now I stitched this in, so it's been stitched. I'll show you the center here. I did some stamps on there for some fall leaves. And then here's the center. See, I stitched it in. And then you can see this was just single-sided paper. So the book inside is white, but that's okay. You can use it to journal on, or maybe do some stamping on it. That works. And then the pocket here, remember when I cut off that triangle, I had it left over. Well, what I did was I just glued that triangle down here. So that I used the triangle, and it also made it so it appears as if this paper was double-sided. So that's how I utilized that triangle. And then on the inside here, I do have a leaf charm on a tag. So when I pull out the tag, there is the cute little tag. And again, remember the thumb notch? And when you cut that out, I glued that thumb notch down there, so it almost looks as if it was a double-sided paper. You would never know that that was white under there. So that is that book. That's using 12 by 12. Get that in there. There we go. All right, so that's the 12 by 12. Now I want to show you one that was using 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. If you have been a long time subscriber, thank you so much. And if you have went to the MyCraftBasketStudio tab, you will see that there's tutorial number 8, which celebrated 100 subscribers. And so what I did was I made a book. This is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, and I used my Roses in Paris designer paper, that PDF for the free collage. That is available under tutorial number 8. So please go there, and if you like how this paper looks, print it off. So what I did for that was I used brown cardstock, cut it to 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, folded it the way I wanted it, and then I decorated it with that Roses in Paris paper. On this one, I kept the book separate. So it's actually 2 items from this particular paper. I don't think I'm going to decorate the front. I just like how it says Paris with the roses on it. When you open it up, we've got another style of the way you can do the pocket. So on this one, and this would work for the pocket that's like this part here, because you can cut it in half. So I cut the 2 pockets out of that one piece, and then I layered them, this one over this one. And then I used some paper behind to give it as if it was double-sided paper. And then I've got these tags. This one, the pocket is not glued on the bottom, so you can put a nice long tag in there. And then this one is a shorter one, so that can go in there. And then I did a little notepad here, a little junk journal notepad. And then this is the way I did this pocket, was I did it on the side. And so there's a card in there, Own Your Dreams, with the rose on it and some stamping. So that is that one. And this junk journal, I just decorated the front. And on the inside, I put a bead on the string, and then Eiffel Tower for decoration for the center. So they kind of hang when you have the book closed. So those are 2 separate items for that. And then I made 2 books that are using 6 by 6 inch pieces of paper. This one is Weathered Garden by Simple Stories. I just love this paper. They don't make it anymore. You might be able to find some online, but I just absolutely love this paper. I've made so many things out of it. Again, it was Weathered Garden or Vintage Weathered Garden. And so this is what it looks like when you make a 6 by 6 book. So we've got the front. You open it up. I decorated it here. Here, I did the tag for this one this way this time. So this one, I folded it using, I did it, let me think. I used this one right here, that diagram, because when it folded over, then I had a pocket that way. So there's a little tag in there. I did sew the junk journal into this one. So you've got the little junk journal. This is double-sided, so you can see how double-sided looks. This one is kind of fun. I did a butterfly charm, but also what I did was I took a circle punch and I punched out one of the butterflies and glued the string in the middle. So isn't that cute for a cute little dangle? Just so simple, but it looks cute. And then I've got the back side of the book, and then I did the page for this, or the pocket for this one this way, so that when you pull it out, it comes out that way. So that's that one, the weathered garden, using the 6x6. And then I made a Halloween one. Again, 6x6. This paper is Nightfall by Memory Box. It's an old paper, but I have it. And it's got some bats and things on it. So we've got a little felt bat on the front. When you open it up, we've got a tag here with a ghost on it. Got some labels. Got pumpkin, hanging spider with an October calendar. I did do some decorating on this one. This was just a single-sided, so you can see how you can decorate the inside of the book. I did some stamping. This was a cute little stamp. It was actually supposed to be like for a party. It had like 6 different stamps to hand out to the little kids. And this was a black kitty, and I just had to have the black kitty, so I got them. And then there's another label on the back of the book page. And then you turn it over. We've got some bats there, and I've got a haunted house, and I've got a spooky moon. Now, if you want to know how to do this moon like this, because I stamped that stamp, and there was branches and things that showed through the moon because it was not solid. If you go to tutorial number 9, you'll see how I do paper piecing. And this is actually an example of paper piecing. I stamped the image on white paper, colored it, and then cut the circle out and glued it down there, paper pieced. So that is that example. And then here's another cute little tag with a spider on there and some bats. And then also in the center, this one's got a black bead and a spider charm. So that's the center. So we've got those, and I think that is all I wanted to show you for examples. So I'm going to have pictures of this one, excuse me, for you to look at, to go by, to see how to decorate it and stuff like that, and how to do it. Please visit MyCraftBasket.com. As I said, go to the MyCraftBasketStudio tab, and you'll see the PDF and the sample pictures there, and the video. And please subscribe if you like my videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please visit my Etsy shop. So my Etsy store is, just one moment while I get my little thing. My Etsy store is MyCraftBasketStudio.etsy.com. And the reason I mentioned that to you is these books, these three right here, will be for sale after the video is posted. So watch for those. So it's kind of like a review as well, to show you that these will be for sale. On the Roses in Paris, I have several items that I have been making using my paper just for fun. And so when I get a couple more made, then what I'm going to do is put all of my Roses in Paris items up for sale on my studio, on my Etsy site. So watch for that. That's going to be a while yet, because I want to make a couple more examples. Doing different things with it. Right now I've got some pockets and a book and some other things. And then this is the portfolio with a little junk journal. So watch for it. That'll be coming soon. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you liked this tutorial. And like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.